So 3 years ago, when Chloe and I realised that the world was becoming like something out of Orwell's 1984, we decided that we had to do something to free ourselves from the restrictions, the cost of living, and the sheer madness that seemed to be affecting everybody we knew. Getting off grid, self-sufficiency, and the homesteading way of life for us was the solutions to those problems. But we've now reached a stage where we have to move on. So guys, today I want to take you on a full behind the scenes tour of our real working off-grid low budget DIY system. And this is the last time you'll ever get to see it, because we're shutting it down. I want to keep this as authentic as possible, so just try to bear with me while I'm moving from place to place here. We're going to start off in the power station, in the heart of the action. When we first began, we used to run 12-volt systems, similar to camper van, mobile home, that kind of thing. It wasn't very reliable, but it did get the job done. Luckily, through Telegram, we managed to meet quite a knowledgeable gentleman who had this all-in-one hybrid unit for sale. This is a Conversol A9 3kW 24-volt inverter. This is the old 10kW 12-volt one that we used to use. It says 10 kilowatts, but it would have a nervous breakdown if you put anything more than 4 kilowatts on it. The Conversol A9 all-in-one unit here was 70 quid cheaper than the 12-volt standalone inverter. It's got loads of great features, built-in MPPT, battery management system, the inverter itself. It's compatible with a range of batteries from lithium ions, pylon techs, lead acids, AGMs, or it can operate completely without batteries. It's also got a grid tie option where you can use the mains as a bypass straight through to your loads, or it can use the mains purely just to top up your batteries, and has about 30 options in the menu there. It's completely customizable to your setup and your needs. If you're in the market for an all-in-one, check out voltconsolar.com and have a look at their stuff. They're on a par with the big brands, but just without the big brand prices. The specs on this then, it can handle 4 kilowatts from your solar array at a range of 120 to 450 volts DC. It does reliably put out the 3 kilowatts. We've tested that. It's good for that. It's not like the eBay stuff where they'll claim one thing, but it won't even reach maybe half of it. It's also got Bluetooth, full connectivity to your laptops, your phones, all the rest of that. And it's been the heart and soul of our off-grid system. We don't tie it to the mains though. We've got it connected to the petrol genny instead, because the wind doesn't always blow, the sun doesn't always shine. So you know, to stay off-grid, you need 3 forms of generation minimum. Before we move on to the wind, let me show you how we take the power from that and connect it into the house without interfering with the existing mains. So let's go have a look. So the power lead comes across the wall, up into the attic in the house. Just bear in mind with 2 young kids, it's a family home, not an art gallery, so excuse the messes if you see them. And then from the attic, it splits off into a number of different sockets that run all down through the house and are fitted here along the walls, just like that, keeping it totally separated from the traditional mains up there. So what we've got running on it at the moment is our 2 fridges. There's that off-grid socket and there's the main socket. They're on there constantly. So that's how we run it, completely separate to the mains without causing any problems trying to link the 2 systems up. Now let's put a little load on it and test it out just while we're here. Kettle or toaster? Kettle or toaster? Both. Okay, kettle, toaster. Oh, switch the plugs on, silly me. Okay, kettle, toaster. Now, let's go and watch the draw. We've no sun there at the minute, so these are going to be completely run off of batteries. Let's have a look at the draw. Now we can hear the fans have kicked in. Let's take a close look. So that's what's coming in from the panels. Very little, nothing. Okay, output's at 60%, we're at 1.7, there we go, 1.6 kilowatts. 81 amps it's pulling from the batteries. Taking it in its stride, not a bother on it. Another key component of a reliable off-grid system is wind turbines. You can see the DIY wind turbine that we had there. We haven't run it in a while since it blew apart in the storm, but we're going to be rebuilding that later on in the year, building a tougher version. So it'd be great if you could join me for that. That's going to be interesting, whether it's a success or not. The Istabreeze was the next addition that we made to the off-grid system, a far superior unit than the DIY one I built. But it's not there, is it? No, let's go over and I'll show you where that is. Wind turbines are an education in themselves, we have discovered. None of them meet the claimed ratings, none of them. Not anything that's available on the small market anyway. And Istabreeze knew that that turbine was never capable of reaching the claimed 1.6 kilowatts at 24 and a bit volts, which is roughly 55 to 60 amps, because they equipped it with this slip ring. That's what allows the turbine to pivot around without twisting the wires. That's only capable of 30 amps. There was no way that Istabreeze was ever going to reach 1.6 kilowatt. So what I've done is I've ordered a 60 amp slip ring to replace this one, but it's bigger in size, so I'm going to have to drill out that neck to actually get this to get anywhere near its claimed ratings. Excuse the mess in here as well, guys. That's the chicken coop that's getting worked on for the new birds. That's where the new birds have been staying until the coop is built. And this here is why we're taking everything apart. We've 20 new panels to go up. There's a very wise man over in the States who said that if you want to run your home on off-grid power, you're going to need to go 48 volt. There's some technical reasons for that, but mostly because of what's available on the market that is big enough to run your home. Our target is 16 kilowatts. That's what we need to produce every day. 16 kilowatts. We could either buy 5 of those 24 volt units, or we could buy one big 48 volt unit, possibly 2, and pair them up. It makes a hell of a lot more sense. And that's why we're taking the system apart. We've 20 new panels there to go up on the roof. We've the 16 original, including the broken one here that I have to replace the glass in. And we're decommissioning the 24 volt system altogether to actually get our whole house fully off-grid for real. So guys, I hope you'll be joining us for that. That's going to be a lot of fun to actually get our home off the grid completely, for real, forever. What we've been running so far is about 4.5 grand total cost, which for 2 years reliably off-grid is pretty good, just for critical loads anyway. So hey, hope you found the video useful. Don't forget to check out voltaconsolar.com and shop around as much as you can. We're not big believers in brand names purely because of the price attached to them, and there is a lot of stuff out there on the market that you can get the same performance and quality out of without that high price tag. So do your research out there, folks. That's been our off-grid system. We're shutting it down now to build a new one. I'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Do take care.